Cinema Shogun here, and unless you have been living under a rock, chances are you have noticed that they are cracking down on our freedom of speech. I mean, it seems like one half of the country can say and do whatever they want and get away with it, while the other half of our country is deplatformed, deboosted, banned off of social media, censored at every level for simply telling the truth. But even at a smaller level, the censorship it's overkill at this point. How can we sit here and cover true crime cases when we can't even say the names of the crimes that people are committing? It's like, how can we have the much needed conversations that we need to have about DV if we can't even mention what DV actually means in the first place? Are future SA victims going to feel comfortable coming forward with their stories when the R word has been banned across all of social media? How can we as a society come together and prevent more people from unaliving themselves when we can't even have the conversation about what is causing so many people to unalive themselves in the first place? It's gotten to the point that every single freaking day, I see a news story that I would like to cover, or I see a conversation that I would like to have with my subs, but I shy away from doing so because I am tired of playing this word salad game. Oh, former DV victim Shelly got SA'd at GU endpoint by a repeated SA offender on her way to the psychiatrist to talk about how she has thoughts about unaliving herself. I mean, how does that sound? It gets annoying. It messes up the ebb and flow of my videos because I don't script anything. I sit down and I speak from the heart, but when speaking from the heart, it's hard for me to say, oh, SA, DV, unalive. It's hard for me to use all of these stupid words. It really is. And it's getting ridiculous. It is stunting our growth as a society. It is preventing us from having some much needed conversations. And I don't know about you all, but that's very concerning to me. It's concerning to me because every couple of weeks, every couple of months, there's a new word that they deem as offensive that we can't say, or there's a new word that they deem as not friendly that we can't say, and it's crippling our speech. It's crippling the way that we communicate. It's crippling the way that we talk. It's preventing me from bringing certain news stories to you all because they're filled with too many buzzwords that I don't feel like working my way around. And frankly, we shouldn't have to, because we're supposed to have the freedom of speech. And regardless of how you feel about the more political stuff, at a smaller level, the fact that we can't have conversations about some of the biggest issues facing our society and facing young people and couples and stuff like that, it's outrageous to me. It's outrageous to me. But you know, I've voiced my opinion about this several times. I'm always stressing and always outraged at how they're cracking down on the way we talk. So I did something that I probably shouldn't have done. I contacted some people from YouTube to tell them my concerns. Because, you know, it's gotten to a point where there's just whole entire topics that if we're not going to be able to say certain words, then just forget it, right? Just forget it. But I reached out to them. I wasn't expecting to hear anything back, but yesterday I got a little memo that YouTube has heard some of our concerns. Now, the memo I got from YouTube was not personalized to me, but they said that they have heard some of creators' concerns about YouTube and that they've made steps to make YouTube a safer and more friendly place. And you'll never guess what they did. As everyone is concerned about them cracking down on speech, as everyone's concerned about how they're deplatforming, deboosting certain channels. My channel, for example, I've talked about some no topics, okay? One thing you'll learn when you run a YouTube channel is that there are topics that YouTube does not want you talking about, but they don't necessarily tell you. They show you through the algorithm. So there's a reason why I've kind of stalled right here before I hit 100K. Because YouTube and the powers that be are very upset about my Maui videos. But anyways, YouTube has said that they have addressed a lot of creators' concerns. So I was wondering, well, how did you do this? Did you dial it back a little? Are you going to just be a little more lenient on the things that we're allowed to talk about, especially when they're conversations that need to be had? Well, no, YouTube is not doing that. Guess what YouTube has done? Instead of voicing the concerns of most YouTubers, YouTube has decided that in the biggest move in YouTube history, it is now allowing us to use pronouns. Yay! Forget the freedom of speech. Forget talking to you all about topics that actually matter. Now, I'll be able to put my Zimzer pronouns in my profile. Yay! I kid you not. This is how YouTube has responded to creators who are concerned about the direction that YouTube has taken, who are concerned about this crackdown on our speech. Now, they're giving us the ability to put pronouns in our bio. Instead of allowing us to have conversations about mental health, they're contributing. They are directly contributing to the downfall of the mental... Oh man, I'm sorry. But instead of letting us have important conversations about mental health, they decided, hey, we're going to contribute to the decline in mental health in this country. Instead of, making it easier for totally sane people to have totally sane conversations about totally important topics, we're going to enable mentally ill people to further spread their cult-like beliefs across our platform. We're not going to allow you to talk about people who get R-worded. We're not going to allow you to raise awareness about SA victims. But hey, if you want to raise awareness about them, they pronouns, that's great. Pronouns are now on YouTube. This changes everything forever. Our prayers have been answered. Who cares if we have to find abbreviations for every freaking word in the freaking English language in order to actually make a YouTube video? Who cares? As long as you get our pronouns right. That's what matters. It's so freaking disgusting and stupid, in my opinion. If you want to have your pronouns on YouTube, go ahead. If that makes you feel better as a person, go ahead. I think you need to do some soul searching, though. I think you need to do some soul searching to figure out why pronouns are so important to you. If you refer to yourself as a Zimzer, Gim Gam, I think you need some counseling. Isn't it funny that people with these pronouns are more likely to unalive themselves, but we cannot have that conversation on YouTube? But luckily, all of our prayers have been answered. All of your concerns with YouTube, all of my concerns, they've flown out the window, because guess what? Now we have pronouns. And that's all that matters, right? All that matters is that we as a society further spiral down the drain with all of this constant push of nonsense, as our ability to have actual constructive conversations is taken away. We want to be inclusive. We care about different ways of life. We don't care about different varying opinions. No. We're not inclusive of opinions. We're not inclusive of your religion. We're only inclusive when it comes to mentally ill people who are dragging this country down. And we're going to help them do so because now they get pronouns on their YouTube channel. But yeah, folks, that's where we're at. I just needed to make this video real quick to voice my frustrations because it's getting to a point where there's certain news stories, they box you in to a point where you can't even just talk about it on this platform anymore. It's so sickening. And to think that the changes YouTube made were going to help us all. The way they worded it as if this was some next level stuff that's going to help this platform. It's going to help all creators. But it's just pronouns. Let me know your thoughts though down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all soon in the next... Can I say next video? I'll talk to you all soon in the next... Can't say that word. Talk to you all soon.